Welcome to Fort Atlas. Don't tell me, this time it was Charleston. Or the White Spring, even. Gosh, just give me a minute, I'm still not done compiling the last report.
Maybe we'll find
Oh, you're kidding. They didn't get past all those killer robots, did they? There's no... Wait. You're pulling my leg, aren't you? The super mutants didn't just hit Fort Atlas. I'm getting reports from all over. Even Foundation. Hold on. If you haven't heard, the Knight and Paladin might not have either. I've been so busy receiving the reports that Anyway, you gotta let them know about this right away. I don't have many details. Appalachia's always had super mutants, and now there's just, more of them. Ever since the attack on Fort Atlas. Now we've got people coming from all over to ask the Brotherhood for help. We've got to do something about this. Oh, that shouldn't be necessary. It sounds like Foundation has things under control, and they're helping out anyone they can. They just came to share information with us. Starting that trade deal with them has worked wonders. Oh, one more thing. Foundation has been tracking nearby attacks. They think the mutants might be coming from those caverns. What are they called again? Oh, uncanny caverns. That's right. Anyway, thanks for helping out. I've got my hands full here.
Whatever it takes. Give me a chance. You won't regret it. Scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night. The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
So terrifying. Right out there in the wasteland. Another report of people going missing. It rocked. I'm glad we guarded tech.
For people to die before sending out our forces, we have to act now.
With what resources, Rahmani? We already lost too many to the super mutants. Send any more out, and Fort Atlas is unprotected.
It's a risk we have to take for the people of Appalachia.
You're like a broken record, but the facts still haven't changed. Do you have something to report, Initiate? Rahmani and I were just discussing the patrol schedule.
This is far more important than a patrol. We're talking about people's lives. What do you need, Initiate?
You're doing great.
Well, there's probably not going to be any better time. Talk to us when you're ready.
Rahmani and I were just
This is far more important than a patrol. We're talking about people's lives. What do you need, Initiate? You see, we've wasted time sitting on our thumbs already.
I didn't think this would happen so soon. If at all. Fine. We can't let the mutants run rampant. But I will lead a squad personally to track down where they're coming from.
And where do you plan to look? Spending time on a meaningless chase will leave countless homesteads unprotected against the mutants.
That's where we're headed.
You're splitting our forces, Shin. Isn't that exactly what you wanted to avoid?
So long as the rest of the Initiates stay here, Fort Atlas will be well defended. It takes two to create a conflict, Rahmani. You're gonna have to make some compromises from now on. We don't have any more time to waste. Initiate, I need you to brief Initiates Norland and Houston to come along on this mission. You're coming too. You'll be a good example to the other Initiates. Let's show them how the Brotherhood handles threats.
I'm not. But if this foolish mission is what it takes to prevent full-on mutiny, so be it. While you're out, I'll meet up with Initiate Dorsey to find out who around Appalachia is in need of help. Maybe there are some resources we can spare without inspiring Shin to start a riot.
I'll be checking the spreadsheets when I get back. This should be a given, but come prepared to fight mutants. We don't know how many there will be, or if the type that we've seen are the only form they come in. We may need to retreat and regroup if things get bad. They should be here in Fort Atlas. Keep the introduction short. We need to get to the caverns as soon as possible.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate.
Go brief Initiates Norland and Houston, and meet us at the caverns. We don't have any
Be
time
careful
to
dealing
waste.
with those mutants, and be sure to offer help to anyone in need.
You should get that mutation treated.
Thanks again for convincing me to head over here. Fort Atlas is really starting to shape. Well, it's taken some time. Been a while since I've been surrounded by people who weren't looking to kill me in my sleep. Yeah, the scars I got from those fighting pits are more than skin deep, but... Well, this group operates plenty different from the Appalachian Brotherhood. A lot more talk about the ideological aspects of the organization. No matter which side of it they're standing on. We were fighting for survival at nearly every turn. It wasn't raiders, it was scorched. Didn't have time for doctrine, at least not at my rank. Feels a hell of a lot safer surrounded by these folk, though. Scribe Valdez is sharp. She just might be the pillar holding this whole thing up. Cooler heads only prevail when you've actually got a cool head around. Paladin Romantic. I was a bit put off at first. Felt like it was all for show. Didn't take long to see her conviction is the real deal. Night Shin is... well, he reminds me of some people I served with back in the day. Couldn't say I liked those people, but I was glad to have them watching my back. Even if they were only watching so they could nag. I don't envy where you stand. One foot on land, the other on a boat setting out to sea. Do you hop on? Trust your captain to lead you right? Or stand firm on the land you know? One thing's for sure. If you don't decide, your ass will be in the water before you know it. Think carefully going forward. That's all I can say.
It took so much to get here. We can't fall apart now that we finally made it.
Thanks. Keep working your ass included.
Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Sure. Each day I'll coordinate an operation. Complete a mission. It gets pretty dicey. Keep your wits. Check back every for new op.
Mutant. Maybe the Brotherhood is no good after all.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate. What can I do for you? I'm not trying to be formal, just following basic etiquette. We are all representatives of the Brotherhood of Steel. We should conduct ourselves as such. Sure, I can introduce myself. I come from Ohio. My parents worked in the government before the war. When I learned about the Brotherhood and what they're doing to preserve the world, I left home to do my part. Make up for my parents' contribution to causing this disaster, however small it was. It's a big responsibility, so I don't have time for much else. I need to be vigilant about my training if I'm going to become a knight. It's not my place to give an opinion on the other recruits. I trust the judgment of Paladin Rahmani and Knight Shin. That being said, I hope Initiate Houston is getting the support she needs to succeed here. She's not militarily inclined. You can count on me. I'll report there immediately.
I hope my next mission is soon. I'm tired of being stuck in Fort Atlas. Did you need something? Not much to say, really. I was born after the bombs fell, so this world is all I've ever known. My parents and I came to Foundation to start a new, more secure life. I lived there until the Brotherhood of Steel came.
I'll have some initiates inspect the perimeter. We can't afford
Hard. You learn to appreciate and hold the ones that you love close. Everything out there is trying to kill you, and you don't know when your time is going to be up. I still hold hope for the future, though. I believe in a better future, and I believe that the Brotherhood of Steel has the power to create that future. We could let this war destroy us, or we could use it as an opportunity to rebuild a more compassionate world.
What would the elders do in this situation?
But what if she abandoned me?
I don't think your sister would do that to you. I mean, I don't have any proof, but, anyway, Max, she probably just got lost on a walk or something. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, I'll just, I'll be around if you need anything, okay, Max?
Okay.
Oh! God! Don't sneak up on people like that.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
What? Night Shin? Called for me? That... No way. There has to be a mistake. I must have put my gun in the wrong place. Or I forgot to write my name again. No. I'm getting discharged, aren't I? I'm getting discharged.
Left and right. The people of Appalachia put the bombs up lately.
Right. No need to be nervous. I'm just being called in for my first ever field mission, and it's led by Night Shin, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I won't know what I'm doing in front of him. So, not only am I probably going to die, but I'll look stupid doing it, and I should stop. Yeah. No need to be nervous. Nope. No reason at all. Night Shin's favorite? He's always in the barracks, doing extra push-ups and stuff. Not that I'm watching. I just... well, I'm kind of scared of him. I mean, he's kind of everything that I'm not. Oh, and Night Shin has said good things about you, too. In fact, you might actually be his favorite. I wasn't thinking. Sorry. Me? Oh, good question. I mean, I was, helping Dr. Hardy when Dr. Hardy got recruited, and I guess he recommended me. I'm good at medical things. Really. Well, I think I am. I mean, we saved a lot of people back then, and just forget I said any of that. I don't know. Really, I'm just trying my best. Oh, really? That's awesome. Tell him I said hi, and thanks for everything. Again, he told me to stop thanking him all the time, so maybe don't tell him that. Oh, God. So, you heard that? I'm so bad at talking with children. I must have made it worse. You know Marcia? She's not an initiate, but she and Max stay with the Brotherhood. They're siblings. Apparently Marcia's been gone for a few days, and I told Max everything would be fine, but I really don't know. This can't be real. Okay, I'm gonna puke. No, wait. I have to get my gun. I've never used it, like, outside of the firing range. First time for everything, right? Okay, I'll be there. Ad Victorium. Nothing to see here.
Maybe I'll go see what Marsha's up to.
Two sets
We're
of
gonna be
plans,
invincible.
and the initiates don't know who to report it to. This can't last forever. Ad Victorium, Initiate. Now that everyone's here, let's go over the plan. Foundation reported super mutants potentially originating from this location. We're here to determine if those claims are founded. And if so, eliminate the threat. We'll advance information. Immediately report anything you see out of place. Are we understood? Don't disrespect your fellow initiates. Initiate Houston is a skilled medic with a tireless work ethic. When you're bleeding out, you'll be happy to have her along.
You actually noticed that? Wow. Thank you, Knight.
I won't tolerate any more insults. Stay focused.
Copy.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Move out. Stop here for a moment. Some regular wildlife here. Seems like the super mutants would have cleared that out. Well said. Let's keep moving forward.
Hey, look. We could take a team photo. The Fort Atlas Spelunkers, ready for action. Oh.
Stay focused, Houston. This is no time for jokes.
Initiate Norland is right. Follow his lead.
Right. Sorry. Never mind.
Regroup here. appears to be a dead end. There's some gore here. I'd say the mutants have left their mark. Initiate, what's your read on this location? So it's likely there are still super mutants nearby. Good call, Initiate. Let's do a thorough sweep of the room. There may still be a way forward.
Roger. I'll take the far side.
Excellent initiative, Norland. The remaining two of you, stick together and cover this area. Be sure not to miss anything. Effective reconnaissance can mean the difference between life and death.
Right. I'll try my best. I mean, I'll be thorough, Knight, sir. The wall really caved in here. I hope that doesn't happen to us.
Someone left their shovel behind. Could prove useful. Look, there's a break in the wall over there.
Anything to report? I see. In that case, I might send the others to scout ahead. I suspect there's still more to see here. Did you find anything else? We should take a cautious approach to that. One wrong move, and we could all get trapped inside. Understood. Everyone, we need to cover as much ground as possible, and the threat level so far has been minimal. Initiates Norland and Houston. See if you can squeeze through that crevice and report what's on the other side. Initiate Norland, you take point. Stay in radio contact, and pull back as soon as you encounter danger. You may be eager to serve the Brotherhood, but being a good soldier is also about knowing your limits. Move out.
Roger. I'll make the Brotherhood proud, sir.
You mean all by ourselves? Oh, okay. Got it. I mean, yes, sir.
You'll stay with me and find a way to clear the cave-in. I'd look around for some kind of tool. Preferably not the destructive kind. If we're lucky, the rocks may even be loose enough to dig out by hand. As their superior officer, it's my job to keep them safe. This is also Initiate Houston's first real mission outside of Fort Atlas. Her success is my responsibility. Initiate Norland is highly capable, and I trust him to handle any situation that arises. But from what we've seen so far, I don't suspect there will be significant danger. Don't do anything reckless. I need all of us to get out of here in one piece. Mutants. They came flooding out. This could be bad. Those mutants must have gotten trapped inside sometime after the attacks. If this passage wraps around, Initiates Norland and Houston could be in trouble. They seem delirious. A lack of food, light, water, space. If we can, it would be safer to take them down from a distance. But protecting the other initiates takes first priority. I appreciate that. But I made a mistake. I made a premature assumption that the area was safe. We have to do everything we can to make sure the initiates don't pay for it. Hold on. I'm receiving a message. We have to find them. Move out! Norland! No! This shouldn't have happened. Norland was confident. Maybe too confident. Despite my orders, he may have tried to fight. And Houston. She would have... This is my responsibility. I swore to myself I'd never let this happen again. After you put your faith in me at the transmitter, I wouldn't be able to fault you for doubting me now. But I'm not important right now. We have to find Initiate Houston. Back when we fought those raiders on the expedition route, when we lost Knight Connors and so many others, my decisions played a part in what happened that day. I swore to never make a mistake like that again. To never lose lives like that again. Initiate Houston can't be far. Search for a trail. Initiate Houston.
Wait! Don't come any closer! I triggered some kind of trap. If I move, then just get away from here. I can't let anyone else.
My armor can take the blast. Cover your head!
What? No! Don't! Knife! No. No way all of this happened because of me. I won't run away anymore. I won't. There are more mutants. We have to fight.
power armor isn't just for show.
You're still badly injured. Without the power armor, you'd be dead. I'm so sorry.
This isn't the time for apologies. Put your training to work.
Right. You're right. I need to check your vitals.
We can't let this distract us from the mission. While Initiate Houston is busy, you need to search the area. Find out if this is truly the source of the attacks. I suspect we haven't killed our last mutants yet. You and Initiate Houston must be under a lot of stress right now. Anything can happen in the field. That's why, no matter what, we have to stay focused until the mission is over. So if something is dividing your attention, it's only right that we should discuss it. We'll cover that in the debrief.
It's my fault. Norland gave me orders and I ran away. It's my fault that he's dead.
No. This is my responsibility. I shouldn't have put you through this on your first field mission.
Thanks, Knight, but I
won't accept any argument about this. You did the best you could under the circumstances. That's all. I don't know. When Initiate Houston said there was a trap, I saw Knight Connors taking the bullet for me. Maybe it was wrong to risk my life after he saved mine. But it's exactly what he would have done in this situation. He helped me understand what it meant to be brotherhood. For him, it was about protecting the people around him. I want to do more than that. To preserve the world. But that starts with us. With our team. We can't protect the world if we can't protect each other. I don't expect to earn your trust with words. I carry forward every lesson I learn into the next mission. My actions will speak for themselves, if only we had the luxury of time right now. I still have enough wits about me to act as your commanding officer. But you're right. This wound is no joke. I'm counting on you and Initiate Houston right now. We're going to complete this mission together. I'd like to say it was a calculated risk. Initiate Houston wouldn't have survived that blast without armor. I did. There's a big difference between risking one's life for a comrade and charging in head first just because you can. The latter is arrogance. The former is crucial to being part of the Brotherhood. We have to be able to trust each other. Rahmani broke our trust, not the other way around. I've had my doubts about her leadership since the beginning of the expedition. But I always followed orders, even when I disagreed. When Rahmani destroyed the transmitter, she broke the chain. She betrayed the Brotherhood. If we don't seal the rift she created, we'll fall apart. As we should. Be thorough. All this gore could easily cover up something important. What have you found? A Pip-Boy.
Maybe the mutants ate a vault dweller. Sorry. That was insensitive. I'm glad it wasn't you.
We should have Scribe Valdez determine the origin of the Pip-Boy. Maybe the mutants took up residence in a vault. Go ahead and take the Pip-Boy tour. Initiate Houston will patch me up here before we return to Fort Atlas. And we'll give Initiate Norland a proper burial. Normally, I would tell you that the pity isn't necessary. But I think camaraderie is what we need to grow stronger. I'm in good hands with Initiate Houston. I'll see you when we get back to the fort. Good work. We fought in honorable service to the Brotherhood. All of us. Ad Victoriam.
Don't worry about the bots. I'm torn, if I'm honest. Paladin Rahmani's exactly the kind of leader I want right now. She's the Brotherhood I imagined. But Night Shin is right, too. Breaking away from the Elders like that, it's mutiny. I know how my dad would have felt about that. Night Shin can't command the same loyalty the Paladin does, though. He's not exactly a people person. Can we call ourselves the Brotherhood now? Will it fall apart if Night Shin takes over? It all makes me nervous.
Be vigilant for any more super mutant attacks. We're here to protect the people. They'll learn that in time. It just doesn't make sense. First a surprise super mutant attack, and now people are starting to vanish? We didn't train for this. Grow up. We are all links in the chain. Bound.
Hey, have you seen Marsha around? Girl with black hair and... That means you haven't seen her then? Oh, drat. I was really hoping... Never mind. Just let me know if you see her. Knight's orders. I'll prioritize it, but we really should have someone out looking for Marsha. You know what? You're right here. If you don't have another assignment from Night Shin, then I could really use your attention on this. I'm going to run a diagnostic on this Pip-Boy. Need some words of wisdom, Initiate? Are you available now to look for Marcia? She was supposed to make a trip to Foundation, but a group of initiates recently returned from there and nobody remembers seeing her.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
Marcia is the eldest of the two siblings that we encountered on our journey to Appalachia. There was an incident that resulted in the death of their mother. Paladin Rahmani decided that we should bring them along with us instead of leaving them alone. This is one of our own who's gone missing. Despite her resentment towards the Brotherhood, I've come to consider Marcia a friend. I know that life hasn't been easy for her at Fort Atlas, and I'd hate to think that something has happened to her. Think of it as doing a favor for me. First, start by talking to her younger brother, Max. He might have an idea where she's gone. I'm going to remain hopeful that something didn't happen to her or anyone else who's missing. If something did happen while she was in our care, let's not worry about that just yet.
Learning, protection. I have everything I need here. We're receiving reports of people going missing all over Appalachia. How long has this been going on?
I trust you're adjusting to service with the Brotherhood. What do you need, Initiate? The Appalachian Brotherhood is now free to focus. In time, I believe you and Shin will come around to the importance.
Settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Are you here to help me find my sister? Well, no. But Odessa told me she was gonna have an initiate help find my sister. Marcia Leone is her name. She's my big sister, and she looks after me since our parents are dead. Well, the last time I saw Marcia was when she told me she was going to Foundation for some things. I think that something bad happened to her. It was just supposed to be a quick trip to Foundation, but she hasn't come back yet. I just know she would never leave me on purpose. She's the one that takes care of me since Mom died. One time, we had to leave our home because some bad guys kept coming around. We left in a hurry, and I forgot my favorite toy, an Armor Ace action figure. Marcia went back against Mom's orders to get him back for me. She said, "I'll always be there for you, Max." And she always has been. No, but when she said goodbye, she was acting really weird. She was like, "You know I'll always love you, right?" She never says stuff like that. It's usually, "Learn to behave, Max," or "Can you be quiet, Max?" Her best friend, Luis Ramirez, might know something. He's an initiate too. Can you put in a good word for me with Paladin? Sure, I'd be happy. She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her. It was Paladin Rahmani's idea to let us stay here with them. No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight. I need the best combat training there is, and that's here. Speaking of, I wonder if Knight Shin is busy right now. Oh, absolutely! She cares a lot about saving people and stopping bad guys. She's a real-life hero. Okay. Knight Shin is super cool. Have you seen his power armor? He doesn't really talk to me much, but I think it's just because he's super busy doing Brotherhood stuff and fighting bad guys. Plus, he's usually hanging out by the weapons, and I'm not allowed to go near there. You think? I want to know all about the Brotherhood of Steel.
Not as young as you used to be, Layla. Can't spend all day.
I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
Hey there. How can I help you?
When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
How can I help you? What has Marcia done this time? It's been really hard for her to adjust to living in Fort Atlas after losing her mother. She spends most of her time worrying about taking care of Max, but none of it worrying about herself. I know that Marcia's a little rough around the edges, but that's just because she's already been through a lot in her life. She's the strongest person I know, though, and has a big heart, cares a lot about the people in her life. I'm lucky enough to be one of them. Missing? No, she's just running an errand to Foundation. Yeah, she'll be back any minute. Damn it, fine, I can't bear the thought of something happening to her. I can't be sure, but I think she may be with the Raider War Party. Those raiders have been fighting the Brotherhood ever since we got here. I don't know what I'd do if I had to fight Marcia. Abandon? No, of course not. We were talking, and I assured her that I would never let anything happen to Max. I guess I told her exactly what she needed to hear. She told me once that she stayed as long as she could for Max's sake, but being here was like an open wound for her. Yeah, I don't think it's my place to tell her story, but let's just say that she blames them, or us, for the death of her mother. Good luck, and please bring her back.
I hate how traitors never want to show their faces around us again. I got plenty of guns that could use a test run.
We need to do something about them. I'll go. It's my fault anyway.
I know you're eager to help, but Sheena and Burke are the best there is. Anything that gives them trouble is going to be extremely dangerous.
What are you doing here?
couldn't stay away, could you? I'm not often taken by surprise, but I'll admit, you threw me for a loop when I found out what you did for Sheena. I didn't think an uptight organization like the Brotherhood had any room for rats. Don't worry. It's a term of endearment. Astute observation, Detective. Doesn't make it any of your business.
If we stand by and do nothing, then they will be dead. Sheena and Burke went to AMS headquarters to retrieve something for us and haven't returned yet.
Marcia. Damn it. Well, it wasn't my plan for you to know about this, but now that you do, I guess there's no way around it. Marcia's not going back with you. She's going after Sheena and Burke. She's been bossed around by the Brotherhood enough in her life. Why don't you do something for her for a change and help out?
I overheard some Brotherhood initiates talking about how AMS headquarters was a place of interest. It was the piece of intel I gave to Pierce and the others so that they would consider letting me join. It's my fault that they're missing. I should have tried to get more information.
Nice try. As much as it kills me, I'm not stupid enough to leave things unsupervised when two of us are already missing.
I'm not going back to Fort Atlas. No one gave you the right to make my life decisions for me, and the Brotherhood doesn't own me.
I feel better having one of us there instead of blindly trusting the Brotherhood. Make sure someone is focused on saving Sheena and Burke.
One of us? You really mean it? I'll prove to you, Pierce, that I belong here. I'll undo what I've done.
You being willing to put your life on the line for us is indication enough that you belong in this family. Bring my people back alive and in one piece.
I'll meet you at AMS. I'm not coming back with you after, though. I have a new family now.
This isn't exactly a visitor area. Do you have business? I'll be here until the Brotherhood isn't.
I wonder how Max is doing. Probably getting into some sort of trouble.
What is it? What is it?
I won't bite, but I can't speak for my associates. You can make a move at any moment. You gotta be ready.
Automated Mining Services welcomes you to the home of industry. Visitors, please see our receptionist. Welcome to AMS, the future of mining. AMS is here for you.
I don't need
You
to take
wrong
you down.
person to mess with.
You can't kill us all.
I could have handled them on my own, you know.
Where did you go?
I've never heard of them before. They seem like some sort of mercenary creeps. I don't care what they call themselves. I won't let them get in our way. I've had to be the one who takes care of Max and me. I'm not used to accepting help. So, thanks. Now that that's taken care of, we should look around and see if there's any trace of Sheena or Burke. I already did a sweep of this floor before that mercenary attacked me and didn't find anything. Let's try looking upstairs.
Fugitive has been located. Commencing attack.
I swear I heard something.
I'm not afraid to kill you. I will find you. How the hell?
Haven't had a good firefight in a while. I'm getting antsy. Damn rats. The Hellcats ain't nothing like those crazy ass.
You can't kill us all!
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
know that necklace. I'd recognize that necklace anywhere. That's Burke's necklace. I've never seen them without it. My mom had a similar necklace that she always wore. Never took that thing off. I still regret not being able to retrieve it from her body. She was killed, thanks to the Brotherhood of Steel. I really don't want to talk about it right. Thank you. You're right. Max and I will keep her memory alive. Maybe I can tell you about her sometime. If you want. At least we know that Burke and Sheena made it to AMS. Let's keep looking. There! I recognize them! That's one of the raiders that went with Sheena and Burke. I hope they're still okay. I'm so tired of all the blood and death. I'm tired of losing everyone that I care about. First my mother's death, and now this. Everyone from our camp was killed. Except Max and me. We were told to stay out of the fight. I should have been there, though, fighting beside them. You're right. Sheena and Burke are strong. I'm sure they're here somewhere. Come on, we've got to hurry and find them. What does that note say? A note from Sheena. Can't believe they surrendered. Hopefully that means they were taken alive. The Raiders, they really are like a family. The kind that I want to be a part of. Here's Sheena and Burke. They look out for each other. They're not just about stealing and fighting. I respect that. They don't back down to the Brotherhood either. I want retribution for the lives that have been lost at their hands. Of course, they'll always be my family. I just couldn't stand staying in that place anymore with the Brotherhood. One day, they'll understand. Hell, maybe they'll even join me. We're almost to the top of AMS. We must be getting close. Let's hurry. locked. See if you can find a way to open it.
Really, we Hellcats don't put up with anyone getting in the way of us or our caps. This ends now.
Heard so.
not afraid to go. Cover me, I'm hit.
Did you find out where Sheena and Burke are? I have no idea, but that son of a bitch is gonna pay for messing with Sheena and Burke. Captured? That's good. That means they were taken alive. We need to figure out where these holding cells are. See if you can find anything else that hints toward their location. Please hurry.
Think they're tough shit, but they're just a bunch of amateurs.
Are unstoppable. You can't escape from me. The Merc life is the good life. What was that? It's not over yet.
Hey, we're in here.
Marcia, what are you doing here? And you too. Damn, am I glad to see some friendly faces.
The Brotherhood sent their lackey to try and bring me back. I told them I refused to even consider it until we found you. They're actually not as bad as I thought. And they helped me find you. But anyway, are you two okay? You look pretty beat up.
Been better.
Good work on giving these mercenaries hell, Marcia. You'll make a great addition to the war party. So, can you get us out of here or not?
Thank you. I won't forget this.
Nothing that could be of use to us. It seems like they were doing some sort of experiments on people down here. That terminal over there might have more information.
Sheena made the right choice.
Thanks, Burke. There was no way we would have made it out of there alive, and I knew Pierce wouldn't just let us go missing. My quick thinking's what kept us alive. Not everything can be won with a fight. Appreciate your help.
Don't worry, you two. We'll get you out soon.
Hey. Hey.
Okay, now that we found Sheena and Burke, we can talk. What's up? It's hard to talk about, but you've been so patient with me. I've really ever only talked about it with Ramirez, but... alright. The town that Max and I were living in with our mother was being threatened by a group of raiders. When the Brotherhood came into town, they decided to be saviors. They actually thought it would be a good idea to arm a bunch of ordinary people with high-tech weaponry. When the raiders came, they took the weapons and slaughtered our people. If we hadn't tried to fight back, my mother would still be alive. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm just filled with so much anger and hurt. Sure, I'll hear what you've got to say. You, Ramirez, Odessa, you've all shown me that maybe all Brotherhood members aren't the same. But I can't just leave the war party. We're family now. I never thought that I would be faced with having to decide between two families. You're right, though. I can't just abandon the people at Fort Atlas.
Marcia, no. Why would you go back to them? The Brotherhood are our enemies.
I'm not joining the Brotherhood, but I can't just abandon everyone at Fort Atlas. Their initiate helped me see that. I'm sorry. I really am. I'll never forget the way that you all accepted me into your family. I hope that one day we'll be able to see each other again, and it won't be on fighting terms. Thanks again for everything. I'll see you back at Fort Atlas.
I know how to fix.
The mutant attack was my first time in real combat. Something tells me it won't be my last. Be vigilant for any more super mutant attacks.
Welcome back, Initiate. I see that Marcia has returned. I don't know how you managed it, but great work. Did you discover anything else on your mission? AMS. Those headquarters had been a point of interest to the Brotherhood for a long time. I see Marcia was not shy in sharing our intel. Shin is going to freak when he hears of this. Very interesting research on the effects of heated ultrasight on the human body. Horrendous that they were performing these secret experiments, though. We'll learn what we can from this. Thank you. I see. I figured you'd hear more about it eventually. Try not to judge us too harshly based on the way Marcia tells it. We did the best we could in those circumstances. Too many lives have been lost. I feel for Marcia and Max. This letter is concerning. While Marcia wasn't missing, it seems that these Hellcat mercenaries and the Blue Ridge Caravan Company are both involved in the other disappearances. Please, take this to Rahmani as soon as you can. She'll want to hear about this. We're really fixing this place up, don't you think?
Look what else it brought. I'm glad we guard our tech closely.
Are you following your regimen? That's not something we can afford. Rahmani and I are both putting our full efforts into understanding. Once that's dealt with, we'll have her betrayal to continue. But when it does, I'll be counting on you. Yes. Things didn't go as planned at the caverns, but we handled the situation well as a team. Good work. It's a thorn in my side, physically and figuratively. It takes twice as long to get anything done like this. On top of that, I can't maintain my regular fitness routine. I'm starting to feel like my limbs are made of wet rubber rather than flesh. The good news is that this should heal quickly. My armor took the majority of the damage. I hope we can get it back in working order before I need to get out there again. I thought Initiate Norland would serve as an example to Initiate Houston. Instead, they went in two different directions. And that proved fatal. This doesn't make up for the loss. Not even close. But I understand better now that people need to be met where they are. That applies to all the Initiates. I need to understand them before they can trust me. Yes, it's something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. But I'll carry it with pride for what Norland gave to the Brotherhood. We all put our lives on the line by signing up. My goal is to ensure that in the end, what we've done for the world makes it worth it. Sure. Ad Victorium. All initiates get one authorized weapon. No more, no less.
Do you think I could become an initiate? Yeah, except when she bosses me around. But soon I'll be big like her and she won't be able to do that anymore.
I'll still be able to take you, little twerp.
No way! I'm gonna be super strong and have power armor. You won't even stand a chance.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to see you again.
Paladin Rahmani approved my recommendation, so I wouldn't be here without her. She's so confident and determined. I could never be like that, but I'd at least like to try. I really thought that Night Shin hated me, but I respect him a lot, and I really want to be a soldier he would be proud of. I know it's my fault. Regardless of anything Night Shin says, yes, I'm young and inexperienced, but he still died because of me. If I had only just stood and fought, then maybe... I'm trying. Initiate Norland was brave. I guess, and it's awful that...
I can't wait to tell my...
Hey! I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually starting to like it here. I do miss Pierce, Sheena, and Burke, though. I hope that they're staying safe. The loss of my mother still hurts, but I know now the Brotherhood isn't solely to blame. Thanks for showing me a different perspective.
2 sets of plans, and the initiates don't know who to report to.
See ya!
This can't last forever. Not a moment too soon.
Fight is just beginning. Stay disciplined.
It's way above my station, but I wish I knew more about the Knight and Paladin's argument. What's gonna happen to us?
I understand your frustration, Mr. Knapp. Finding everyone that has gone missing is my top priority, but we need more evidence before we can act.
Evidence? Well, what more do you need, huh? Are you saying my Cassie is a liar?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Initiate. Excellent timing. There's something we should discuss. Mr. Knapp here has come to us with another missing persons case.
My niece Cassie. Cassie Holloway. She paid some caravan and folk to help her travel here from out west. Sent me some letters just before she set out. Them letters arrived just fine, but she didn't. I went and spoke with them caravanners, and they tell me that my Cassie never set out with them at all. Those, Blue Mountain what's-its,
The Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Really? This letter said they would acquire more people from Blue Ridge? Interesting. This is the first real lead we've found, and it connects directly with what Mr. Knapp is reporting. I actually had my own suspicions about the organization, but this information certainly tips the scales. I imagine any shady operations they may have in play wouldn't be something so easy to stumble across. Though, it's good to know you've had some dealings with them. And maybe that'll provide a foot in the door. I've made several attempts to contact the Blue Ridge Caravan Company in hopes of trading supplies. They turn me down. Every time. I understand that the Brotherhood can be an intimidating presence, and the West Virginia chapter didn't exactly leave behind a shining legacy, but I think we've shown we have Appalachia's safety and security at heart. Yet they remain unwilling to even speak. I find it suspicious. During our travels, we found that a caravan group was just as often a cover for slavers and raiders, the friendly guys for rolling through towns. I didn't suspect Blue Ridge of such at first, but their repeated refusal to talk, Mr. Knapp's story, and this letter are simply too much to ignore. We need to investigate this Blue Ridge Caravan Company immediately. Well, they have an office at the west end of the Big Bend Tunnel. Initiate! I'd like you to meet me there, but try not to attract too much attention either. If they realize we're in the Brotherhood, they may clam up. That's right. Fort Atlas is secure for the time being, and with Shin out of commission, I'd like to step in and do my part. This is our strongest lead by far. The two of us need to act quickly if we hope to safely return those that went missing. Thank you, Initiate. Ad Victoriam.
never mind. I just spotted them.
Lovely weather, isn't it?
Ah, there you are, friend. Sorry for the informality, but we should keep a low profile. Don't want to spook anyone that might be listening in. Huh. Don't get too used to that. But listen, I was hoping we could talk for a few minutes before we head upstairs. Let me buy you a drink. What do you say? Oh, cut the crap. I'm being real here. There's some things we need to hash out. Come on, pull up a stool. Great. Take a seat.
Oh boy, a customer! What can I get for you? One of America's finest? Coming right up. Okay, here you go. Enjoy.
Huh. A fine choice. Salomati, my friend. Aw, I'd rather not ruin this. I just need a brief moment where I'm not a paladin to a headstrong, self-righteous, mutinous knight. That's interesting phrasing. Join. Never really thought about it that way. I was already in the National Guard, helping people, maintaining peace. That was my life. The Brotherhood didn't feel like a new organization. It felt like regrouping with my people. A return to form. Maybe some ranks and verbiage changed, but the heart of it was there. I'm not sure I even gave it a second thought. No, I don't think it's quite as simple as a bait and switch. When the founders started out, I genuinely believed they were fueled by a desire to protect people from the horrors of the old world. But time changed them. I paid too much attention to what they did and how, but lost sight of why. The people. Sometimes I think... No, I'm certain that I was selected for this mission in order to remove my perspective and influence. The Elders saw my pull and experience as a threat and knew I would never align with their goals. What better way to prevent my meddling than to send me packing on a cross-country venture? I often wonder if they ever expected me to report in at all. To make it here alive. Joke's on them, I guess. Alan Connors. That's right. Dear, dear friend. The two of us were from the same unit in the National Guard. Alan had been my rock through every storm I weathered. We survived the bombs together, joined the Brotherhood together. He was more than my right hand. He was really a lifelong companion. I'd never really considered a world without him. Not just to me either. To both Valdez and Shin. He was like a big brother, even a father. He was always there for them. That's the part that gets to me. He was an important person to damn near everyone. It's what makes his absence hurt even more. Almost certainly. But when we lost Alan, Shin stepped up to take on many of his responsibilities. He was on top of the grief. That must have been a lot to handle. It led him to fall back on what he knows. Rules and doctrine. He doesn't trust anyone else to help him see beyond that. Not like he trusted Alan. And because of me, because of a call I made, we all lost him. I know Shin will never forgive me for it. No, I was the commanding officer. Blame starts at the top. That's one subject the two of us agree on, even if he doesn't realize it. Thank you for hearing me out. It's an honor to pass on his story. He deserves that and so much more. I think that's a fine idea. To whom? Yes, to Knight Alan Connors. May he never be forgotten. Bisalamati. Now, on to business. Let's head upstairs. And remember to keep a low profile. We're just a pair of friendly traders looking for potential business.
Look out, here comes trouble. Oh, have you returned to plunge into the depths of Big Bend again?
My name is Layla.
Well, I'm on break, sorry.
To speak with you?
Please, Joanna is just fine, dear. And while all this cloak and dagger hubbub is flattering, why don't we cut to the chase, Paladin Rahmani?
Well, that was short-lived. Okay, Joanna. It appears I underestimated you.
And looky there. You've got one of these famous vault dwellers in tow. Huh. Familiar looking, too. Say, you've done some work for me, haven't you? Yeah, that's right. Riding shotgun with my crew through Big Bend.
I'd appreciate if the job offers were saved for later. We're here on pressing business.
Okay, Paladin. Down to brass tacks, then. It's not an accident that I finally opted to meet with you, after playing hard to get for so long. We know you're interested in the folks that have gone missing. We are too. Been looking into it for a spell now. And what, pray tell, is that, darling?
We found correspondence from our suspects claiming they were acquiring people from Blue Ridge. It seems to me that your company has been transporting people in a different way than you've advertised. And involuntarily at that.
We've always been upfront and honest with this. The roots are dangerous, and our Brahmins sure as hell don't smell like roses. Everyone who works with us gets the straight truth. And I certainly don't take too kindly to what you're implying. I could stand here and deny your allegations every which way to Sunday. But I know you won't just take my word for it. So if you've got some hard evidence to prove my people were involved in this little scheme, show it. Otherwise, this letter of yours sounds more like we're the target, not co-conspirators. Plain and simple, I wanted to handle this internally. I didn't want news of this stirring up a panic, maybe causing the perpetrators to flee. Our clients paid us for safe transport, and we failed them. It was our responsibility to solve it discreetly. I'm sure you can appreciate that. As for deceiving Mr. Knapp, well, I dislike fibbing. But sometimes you've got to play your cards close to your chest, especially when lives are at stake.
I don't buy it. Sounds more like you were trying to prevent future clients from being scared off. It makes me wonder if this sudden cooperation isn't in the interest of helping others. Maybe you've just been caught.
I'd be offended by these accusations if it didn't weave such a fascinating story. Are you planning to sell that as a dime novel? Well, if you're wondering why my organization would choose to dodge your calls, examine the attitude with which you've started this conversation. This pseudo-authority you're flaunting is exactly the type of oppression and regulation that my free enterprise can do without. All right. That's fine by me.
Right now, the most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing and returning them home. Being upfront with your involvement in this now will be looked upon favorably, because we're not stopping until this is solved and they are safe.
Slow down, Paladin. This is not an admission of guilt or an attempt to weasel out of responsibility. We are just as concerned about these folk as you. We're willing to cooperate in hopes of saving lives, nothing else. And if you're hoping I'm about to spill the beans on some secret abduction scheme, you're out of luck. We have the same goals as you in this.
Honeyed words, but we should proceed. What can you tell us about the people that went missing from your caravan?
Better to just let you take a look for yourselves.
Ares!
Come on in here.
This guy looks like some kind of guard. Probably armed. Don't take your eye off him, Initiate. Worked with him before, have you? Just remember where these hired guns' loyalties lie. The people paying them. Don't let your guard down just yet.
You rang, boss?
Harper's Ferry, the train tunnel. Mind showing our guests the route?
Oh, crap. You really want to go back there?
That was exactly my thinking, Ares. Head on over to that tunnel and show this duo of detectives the scene of the crime. Does that sound amenable to y'all?
The train tunnel itself isn't so important, but underneath is a top-secret gas pipeline running all the way out of the region. It's a pretty discreet route. Safe, too, comparatively. Except, the most recent trip. Well, the last known whereabouts of one of our caravans. They set up camp there, but come morning, the entire place was abandoned. It was a big group, maybe around 15, including our own guard.
You've lost that many people? And we're only just now hearing about this.
That's on me. I chose to keep this off the books. May be a bad call, but let's save examine in hindsight for when we've gotten to the bottom of this.
Okie dokie, I'll meet you there. It's the big fancy train tunnel, just east of Harper's Ferry.
Now, time is money, and I've burned a bottle and plant worth of caps chatting with you two. So if you don't mind, please direct any further inquiries to my masked associate.
Fine. But after reviewing the evidence, I plan to revisit Blue Ridge's involvement in this matter.
By all means. If you find something that gets us answers, we can talk till the Brahmin come home.
Harper's Ferry train tunnel. Be there or be not there? Hard to say. The campsite was pretty much undisturbed, just empty. Spooky stuff. Ghosts, probably. Or a ghost train. Train ghost? One of those. Tell me which one of those two things, and only those two things, it was when we get there, okay? Oh, just a little something to help me breathe. And to keep my jaw attached. You know what they say. Play with fire, get burned. Play with killer robots, get your face ripped off. What? Where? Well, the last known whereabouts of one of our caravans. They set up camp there, but come morning, the entire place was abandoned. It was a big group, maybe around 15, including our own guard. The train tunnel itself isn't so important, but underneath is a top-secret gas pipeline running all the way out of the region. It's a pretty discreet route. Safe too, comparatively. Except, the most recent trip. Bring snacks, please and thank you.
Left all this precious junk all around? Was it you?
Initiate, glad you made it here safely. That Ares character is further ahead. I should mention, every instinct I have is telling me not to trust him. It seems we don't have much choice for the time being, but we'd be wise to keep an eye on him. I'm sure Shin would applaud your cool, logical analysis, but do not ignore human intuition. Not to mention experience. I've dealt with caravan groups like this before. More than once, we discovered that slavers had been using the guise of a caravan to collect and transport people. Blue Ridge using a dark corner like this for their operations only raises my suspicions. I cannot overlook the similarities. All right, you take point. Guns at the ready. I spotted some feral ghouls earlier.
Well, hello there. The spot we're looking for is further in the facility. There's a trick to getting in. Give me one shake of a lamb squatch's tail to get it open. Let's see, 30 days past September, carry the 2.
Is this for real?
And Viola is just a little further ahead. Please, after you.
Fine. But don't think we aren't keeping an eye on you.
I can't blame you. I know I'm a real looker. Okay, the camp's just past this door here. I'll get it open. Oh, Yep, just like I thought. Let's chat. Welcome to the 9th Circle of Hell. First, the good news. It's bring your own paramilitary night, so the paladin drinks for free. Just your run-of-the-mill illegal natural gas pipeline, courtesy of the fine people at the Bish Company. A bit before the war, Bish offered to maintain this historic... And wouldn't you know it, the bad news is that I can't unseal that door. Here's the quick version. Clever little me locks that door by setting off a bogus... But it looks like in order to lift the lockdown, you need to verify there's actually no gas. We ferried a lot of people through these tunnels. Didn't want any of our former clients trying to use it. Not for business reasons or anything. We just didn't want anyone else going missing down here. Oh, I'd love to, but there's a little problem. If you'll cast your steely gaze to the left, you'll see a massive, impenetrable wall of strangler vines. To verify there's no gas leak, we need to get to the pump room. One guess where the pump room is located. Yeah, that's the tricky part. There were some engineers living down here well after the bombs fell. Looks like they lasted a few years even. Which means they had a way of fighting back the vines. Maybe start by looking for how they did that? I snooped around a bit when I first recommended the route to Joanna. There's some offices that were clearly being used as bunks for a while. Not sure what happened to them. It almost looks like they just dropped dead on the spot. That's not a bad omen, is it? I don't know. They're all over this region, though. Hard as hell to cut, and they grow like they hold a grudge. I'll just skulk here in the corner in case. Let me know if you have any luck. Try.
This sounds like a very contrived way of getting us killed. Stay sharp, Initiate. Initiate, look there, behind that gate. Seems like some kind of thrown-together lab. Do you suppose they were making something to deal with the vines? I think I see some kind of chemical on the ground there. We need to find a way to unlock this door. Looks like we'll need more than just a password to get through. Some kind of code for turning words into numbers, it seems. So, I guess we'll need to find a way to change open sesame seed into a series of numbers. Sound of it, they wrote the numbering system down so they wouldn't need to remember it. Must be around somewhere. What do you suppose happened to all the people down in here? No signs of a struggle. Gas leak, maybe? Poison? Well done, Initiate. That was some impressive detective work. Let's have a look at this. Aha! My hunch was right. According to the label, they made an extremely potent herbicide. Judging from this container, it looks like it's meant to be dispersed into a larger system. No sprinklers in here, so... Dear Lord. The facility's water line? That would explain the bodies out there, but... why? They must have known this would happen. No time to dwell on that. Initiate, let's look for a station where we can access the water line. This is what we need to weaken the vines. Here we go. This looks like it connects to the main water line. Let's talk next steps. I should be able to disperse the herbicide into the water line from here. I'm suspecting that the security system here won't appreciate that. Expect alarms. And the company that alarms tend to attract. Ready for a fight? Okay. Fingers crossed and guns at the ready. Let's take a look here. Okay. The chemical has started dispersing into the water systems. Damn. It's detected a foreign substance. Prepare for it to get noisy in here. Initiate, I'll need you to keep them off my back. Ad Victoriam. More time. Keep it up. Drainage system if we're going to affect the vines. Done. The chemical is pumping throughout the entire water system now, including a cess pipe that was for disposing of unwanted chemicals. Well, one sleazy company's environmental negligence is our gain, I suppose. Those vines should be weak enough to break through now. I, wouldn't drink the water if I were you, though.
I'm still thinking about other ways we might get this door open. Any luck finding a way to lift them?
That doesn't sound like a feral ghoul to me. We should watch our backs in here. Hostile robotic entity? That's troubling. Be on the lookout. Dressed up as a sheep? Whatever it was, it's dead. We should be able to lift the lockdown. Let's get back to that terminal. And that's that. Time to head back to Ares. If he has anything to do with all this.
Your boss looks like she's about to strangle me with one of those vines. Something happening there?
Ares, between the feral ghouls, the strangler vines, and that insane sheep robot, I've about reached my limit with this place. And your antics. I don't know if this is some kind of trap or elaborate cover-up, but we need to get through that door and get answers. Now!
Whoa, whoa, trap? Where's this coming from? Hold on. Did you say sheep robot? Like the Baba kind or the killer robot kind?
Ares, the door! Now! Please!
Okay, just give me a second. Yeesh.
Nearly there now. We're getting closer to the truth. I can feel it. I hope you're right. I'd like to believe he's innocent in all of this, but I can't lose sight of the goal. Finding the missing people like Cassie is a time-sensitive, life-or-death situation. That comes first.
Alright, let's see here. Login credentials, check. New terms of employment, yeah. Benefits enrollments expired, sure. And done. Trust me now? I'll even lead the way, so if you change your mind, it'll be easier to shoot me in the back.
Thank you for opening the door. But know that if we find anything linking you to this, you're still going to have to answer for it.
Add it to the catalog of questionable things I already have to answer for.
Seems like you've been pretty thorough. Excellent. I'll take what you've collected. Let me take a look at what you found. I just need a minute to review it all.
out your decoder rings, kids. It's detective time.
I see. That's concerning. Wait a moment. This name. I know this name. I think I've seen enough. Initiate, we should discuss our findings. Well, it seems like Cassie was indeed a part of this caravan group, but I think it'd be a good idea to step through the evidence together. I may have been assuming too much about Blue Ridge's involvement. I'd like to be on the same page. Yes, it would seem this was a routine trip until the end. Something kept them here and forced them to set up camp so close to home. That's right. The storm forced them to bunk down. They were an extra large group, too, with only one guard. Sitting ducks. Indeed. It looks like we have a clear account of their last moments here. That was my take as well. Based on Cassie's description and the letter you found earlier, we can assume they were these Hellcat mercenaries. The total number of people they've abducted, though, is staggering. Nearly 15 in this trip alone. Right, the manifest. One name in particular really stood out to me. Did you notice it? That's right. Dr. Blackburn. Not only was he present on multiple trips, but Cassie makes mention of him speaking with the armed strangers. Likely these Hellcat mercenaries you've dealt with. I imagine Dr. Blackburn was the one employing them. I knew the name sounded familiar. I had read it in Shin's report of your very first assignment with us. Think back, Initiate. Do you recall why Dr. Blackburn had been seeking our assistance? That's right. Dr. Blackburn was seeking assistance with his experiments. Something about curing diseases and helping people. I suspected it was too good to be true. And the evidence here certainly doesn't look promising. But could he really be kidnapping people? Indeed we do. Dr. Blackburn was hiring these Hellcat mercenaries to kidnap people from this route. It would appear they were cautious at first, but took advantage of a radstorm to steal away an entire group. An unfortunate end, but there's still hope of finding them. The only thing left is to report back our findings and determine Blackburn's location. You were an excellent partner in this, Initiate. This has been a humbling experience. I do believe we make a pretty great team. Well, part of me wants to encourage you to follow your gut, even if that means disapproving of me. But if I've learned anything from this, it's allowing for the patients to find the objective truth of the matter. Something I, perhaps, have been lacking. It's something that I know I need to improve upon, not just as leader of the Brotherhood, but as a person. And hopefully, to begin earning back your trust. Anyway, we should get back to Atlas and report what we found. If we can determine where Blackburn took this group, we may be able to track down Cassie, and perhaps countless others. I'll meet you there. Good work, Initiate. Ares, I owe you an apology. My rash behavior was unfitting of my position, and frankly, unfair to you.
Water under the bridge. All of my best friendships start with misplaced suspicion of mass kidnapping.
I will take your word for it. I am sorry either way.
If you really want to make it up to me, I've heard you guys have some killer rocket launchers to spare.
Absolutely not.